Here we go. What's up, Homestead homies? It's Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
And I'm Stacy.
And it's raining outside. So we're taking a little break. You guys are going to get some talk videos. You know, it's super hot. I'm filming some stuff, and I got to put it all together for you. You'll get it. And normally we don't do this much talking. I'm feeling like we're just talking too much. So let me know in the comment section down below. Are we talking too much? Do you want to see some more action? Was that a little less talk and a lot more action? So a lot of the times we get a question in our videos about what we do for food when we're traveling, because you guys know we're hitting all the Mother Earth news fairs. We're going to the Homesteaders of America conference, the Heirloom Expo. I mean, so we're on the go, and it was just asked in our other video, and I said stay tuned because we had already planned on addressing this, because it is a challenge for you to get your food, good food, while you're on the road. So we do have the 80-20 rule.
Yes, we do. We want to eat 80% wonderfully, and then 20% gives us a little, you know, leeway where we can not eat so wonderfully.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really hit like drive-through places, you know, McDonald's, Burger King, nothing like that. But we do, if we eat out, we'll take one on the chin every once in a while because we know the majority of our diet is very good.
And then there's certain things that we do that we can kind of tweak what's going on if we go to a restaurant.
Yeah. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to give you guys some of the things that we do if we travel in our vehicle and go to one of these type of places, or we're away from the homestead if we're in our vehicle, or versus like flying and then just coming into a town, staying a couple days, and then flying home.
Yeah, so the big thing for anything, I have a backpack I carry with me all the time, and I always have, you know, emergencies in there. I always carry different seeds and nuts, like macadamia nuts or some walnuts. I keep them in there, and then I'll also carry with me some, here I have it here to show you. I carry like a beef jerky. This is a bison jerky, and this brand Epic is a very good brand.
Epic.
It is epic. There's, you know, you don't have any nitrates or anything to worry about it, and it's wonderful, and you can find this at the majority of the stores now. They are carrying it. So especially like if we travel, you know,
I think that one's left over from Vermont.
Yeah, this is left over from Vermont, but I like the bison jerky, and this is just, it is a good brand, and you can, you know, pretty much trust it. It's good.
Just read your labels.
And it's gluten-free.
Yeah.
Read it. It's very good. They don't put
Because a lot of jerkies are
stuff.
nitrate rich, you know, stuff like that. So just make sure you're reading your labels.
And then along with that, so I'll have like different nuts in my backpack, and then I'll have the jerkies, and then I always will carry like a variety of herbal teas, green teas, and I always carry some ginger nubs in there when I'm traveling. So when wherever we're going, I know I can make some tea if I'm not able to get it.
So usually in your hotel rooms, you'll have like a coffee maker. So we'll even, you know, we have to use we'll get bottled water, so we can use that and to heat it up for the tea. And then if we're forced to, then we can boil off the chlorine from the water. We'll just leave the coffee maker running a little extra longer. Was it 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yeah, 10, yeah, we do that. And then only thing, if that's chlorine, the chloramine, if that's in it, that doesn't work as well.
Right.
But, you know, we do the best we can.
80-20, right. So just remember that if you're out and about. But a lot of times, you know, we'll bring, like if we're in the vehicle, we'll bring tons of water with us, and then use that during the whole time we're going.
But you can find, if you're traveling, you can go to a Walmart
Water's a lot
grocery
easier.
store, just get a, you know, some good purified or spring water, and then use that. So,
and then they have reverse osmosis water too, which you can fill up a gallon, 2 gallons worth, and then you'll be set. So.
And if you are out and you don't know what kind of water to get, there are some better ones. Your Evian is going to be good. Your Fiji waters, some of your waters from Norway. And try the best that you can, Voss water. You know, some of the waters, try to find them in glass bottles.
Yeah, we always try to find glass bottles. And don't really go for the smart water. We've already done surveys and research on that, and it really doesn't work. And no one that we know that drinks smart water has actually turned out smarter.
You're so funny.
Yeah. So that's truck travel, right? So when we hit the road like that, we bring all the coolers. We're rolling them through the hotel. We take them into our room.
Yep.
You get free ice. Most hotels you stay at have ice machines. So, you know, all that stuff in a hotel, when we travel by truck, is a lot easier.
Yeah, because I'll bring my greens. I have bring, you know, put everything in my little containers, all my vegetables, my berries, whatever I'm going to bring.
We bring honey,
yogurt.
everything.
Yeah, oh, even in my backpack, I carry little things of apple cider vinegar, and I carry my yogurt. You can get little containers, so just when I'm traveling, you get the little silicone containers, or you can get little glass bottles I can try to save up, and they work great. I just throw them in my backpack.
Right, so now we'll move on to when we travel by air. So when we travel by air, obviously you know that you can't hardly bring nothing on the airplane, and we really try not to check baggage, because the last thing we'd want to do is check our baggage, have it come up missing, and then we're supposed to speak at a conference. So we always bring on a carry-on loaded with our stuff, and so what we do is when we get to where we're going, we'll hit like a Whole Foods or some organic grocery store.
But you can't always find those, so I'm always prepared. So getting the little containers, there you can take 3 ounces on the plane, I guess. So I'll fill them up with my oils. So if I have my good extra virgin olive oil, my apple cider vinegars and different things, I bring lemons with me. And then when we go to the grocery stores, then I'll go ahead and find things if we want a salad, or a lot of times they'll have little sprouts. I'll get some sprouts because I know sprouts are very nutrient dense. So I'll try to get that into my diet. Maybe get some pieces of, if I get some fruit or berries. So these little things, or maybe even...
We just basically go grocery shopping when we get there, and then we keep the stuff and eat it at our hotel room and stuff like that. Also, when we're driving around, you'll see the occasional roadside stand, farmer's market stuff, and we do try to hit those a little bit too, and then we'll talk to the person who's selling them. Usually they're the ones who grew it too, and we'll be like, did you spray it? Is it organic? You know, was it heirloom? And we'll get into all that kind of stuff with them, and if we feel comfortable with them and they're giving us the right answers, then we'll buy some of that stuff too and incorporate it into our diet. But there is a lot of times when we eat out at restaurants. So you guys don't be scared when you're at restaurants to actually talk to the waiter staff and ask them, like, where does it come from? So like we'll ask about the fish, and we'll be like, well, is it wild caught or is it farm raised? And they're like, well, I don't know. And then we're like, well, then you can go ask. So
sometimes they don't know, but a lot of times it'll say on the menu.
But we ask, we drill the people all the time. We want to know how was it raised, where did it come from, you know, and we try to get as much information about it as we can before we place our order at the restaurant.
And then there's also some different types of restaurants that are better to eat at. So, I mean, there's a difference, like Thai restaurants. A Thai restaurant, you're going to get a lot more, you know, grilled and fresh food compared to like a Chinese restaurant. So if you've got to pick between the two, you're going to be able to pick better maybe at a Thai restaurant. Now, Doug and I do in town here, we might have to eat at a Chinese restaurant. So what we do is we'll get like the vegetables
steamed,
and we get them steamed, and then they think we're crazy, but she's like, you don't want anything else on it.
Because they like to do the soy sauce and mix it all up, and we tell them no sauce and no anything, just plain steamed rice and vegetables.
And then we bring our own grass-fed butter,
yep.
And then I bring my
pink Himalayan sea salt.
Pink Himalayan salt, yeah. And then we go ahead and just kind of doctor it up. Maybe I'll put some cayenne on there, and I just bring my things with me, and I have that in our backpack. And then generally, if we go there and eat, we bring our kombuchas with us.
Anywhere we go around here, but we're talking about when we travel, so Stay focused.
So if I'm going there, then I would pick a Thai restaurant over a Chinese restaurant.
Right.
If you're out, let's say you're going to a coffee shop, be careful about the milk that you get. Like if you get a latte, maybe just get the plain coffee or the plain tea. A lot of those places will have local honey. Just check and see.
Yeah, just ask. And a lot of times too, if we can't, if they don't have like what we're looking for, then we'll just get it plain Jane. So like, if we're out at that restaurant and we don't have our grass-fed butter and our pink salt, then we'll just say, give us the steamed vegetables and the rice, and we'll just eat it plain. So those are just the kind of decisions you have to kind of make while you're out. And then you got to remember too, the 20% rule is that there are times, even sometimes we'll go to restaurants just for like a burger and fries, but we'll tell them no seasoning or no seasoning stuff. They like to put it on the hamburgers. They like to put it on the fries. So like
remember that, because MSG and all the derivatives of MSG, like your yeast extracts and hydrolyzed proteins and all those different things, the natural flavors that they put on it, that raises your insulin levels like 400%, and that's what's causing a lot of these metabolic disorders and a lot of things going on. So that is one big thing. If you could get anything out of this, is if you go to a restaurant, just say you don't want any seasoning. I know everyone's like, oh, then it won't taste good, but actually, you know, if we get a burger or something and we don't get the seasoning on there,
tastes fine.
If you get a nice piece of cheese on there, put your lettuce, tomatoes. And
I've even gotten to the point too. Yeah, she was just gonna say mustard. I even gotten to the point too where I don't use ketchup on fries because I know I'm already eating the salt and it's probably not in good oil. So I'll actually use mustard now instead of using ketchup because you know it's so loaded up with high fructose corn syrup. And also a lot of restaurants, if you read the label, they're kind of moving away from the high fructose corn syrup ketchup, and they're touting that, you know, for a benefit for eating at the restaurant.
But when it does say that, it'll say no high fructose corn syrup. You keep reading it and you keep reading it, and the very last ingredient will be natural flavors.
Bing!
So, and then that could be MSG too,
right.
A form of it. So make sure if you're going to get ketchup that it's a good organic, certified organic ketchup when you're buying it.
Yeah.
We're talking about going out. So
right.
just be careful when you do those things. But mustard generally is a pretty safe thing to get if you're going to go.
I usually read it. It has like water,
vinegar, salt,
and mustard.
And turmeric. It just there's not much to it.
So that's what I've done. And actually,
get a baked potato instead of French fries. You can get that a lot.
Right. But so you think it would be a hard transition, and I'm kind of a picky dude. But it was nothing for me to just switch over to mustard, and I just used the mustard on my fries. So.
Oh, people are going to think you're crazy.
I know, it is kind of crazy, but it actually, I've developed, acquired a taste for it. It actually tastes pretty good.
Now, there's different restaurants that you can go to around town. We're here in the United States, so Chipotle is a pretty good restaurant if you're going to go. And what's kind of neat is they have stated that they are not going to have any GMO products in their items, which is a pretty neat thing. And if we have to, you know, if you're out, Chipotle, you know, we'll eat there as opposed to other fast kind of food restaurants. Panera Bread Company, they're all over. They're pretty good, except for, I mean, they have tons of pastries and lots of, you know, gluten type flours, and they're getting better and better. You just have to, you know you're always safe a lot of times if you go out and you're not sure about the meat, because you don't want to eat a lot of the meats because of how they're raised and the antibiotics and things. So a lot of times if you're out and you aren't a vegetarian, you might want to eat like a vegetarian, which is a
that's
good
true.
thing.
Right.
So
we learned our lesson at Baker Creek this year about that. Remember that?
Yeah.
We should have just ate at the vegetarian restaurant that they have right there on the property, but we
really
spent like 3 hours trying to find food, and we were so starving we ended up eating some total garbage, and we totally regretted it. So we learned a big lesson from that.
Right. But when you're out, really look at, you know, the menu, and if you're not sure, you can always eat like a vegetarian.
Yeah, that's true.
Or bring a can of, this is my other thing I forgot to tell you, I bring lots of sardines with me too. So if we're out and I did get a salad, then I can go ahead and open my can of sardines.
Yeah, when we hit the store,
too.
we'll buy those, right?
Yeah, sardines are easy to carry and they last a long time.
So basically, guys, you know, even though you eat out, you still have some control over your food. You can ask questions from the waiting staff, and they'll go ask the kitchen. They'll go get the manager. We actually went to a place, that Chinese place, remember?
We went to PF Chang's.
And the manager came over, and we were like, look, we don't do this and this and this. And he was like, well, we could totally, we'll make you a special sauce with none of that in it.
Yeah, he made us a sauce. So you got like a wild caught, some fish, or I don't know, whatever we got. But what I did is I did a sauce. I had him, and he showed me he had real butter.
Right.
He did it in garlic, butter, and ginger.
And just because we asked.
And I mean, and that way, and I knew I wasn't using any refined oils or anything, and that's how he cooked it, and he made a sauce. So, I mean, it's certain things like that. If you just ask questions when you go and find out, you know. And then here's another one, the salad dressings. Do not get the salad dressings. You can always get oil and vinegar. A lot of the places will make you a salad dressing, or you can always do good getting, or just ask for a lemon and vinegar. Because sometimes you don't know. They may give you canola oil. They may give you soybean. You don't know what kind of oil they're going to give you. So if you get a salad, you're always good to use, like, get vinegar and then a lemon.
Ask them for a lemon.
And some seasoning, a little pepper. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, that's fine. So you guys can take control more of your diets when you're out in the public, and you know we do it, and you can do it too. So this just gives you an inside look of how when we travel, we try to maintain our healthy diet and what we're eating.
And I have one more thing to say.
She does.
I wanted to talk, when you go out of town, you know, everyone's got the smartphones now. So ask, you know, a local or organic restaurants or healthiest restaurants in my area.
Yeah.
And it will go ahead and pop up, because you're seeing more and more kind of fast food type restaurants that are a little healthier, that are from local farmers. They're more organic. you
Just
know,
restaurants in
antibiotic-free.
general, right.
Right, you're finding lots of them, and they're coming up all over the place. And every time I look, I keep seeing more and more
Right.
and more. There's like a Jason's Deli. There's a restaurant, it's on the East Coast, and I like to go. It's called Chopped, which is a lot of chopped salads. You're seeing a lot of places that are offering, you know, kind of like a Subway
So
type
Google
thing.
is your friend. Make sure
Yeah.
you use that.
Yeah, so definitely look and see, because there's a lot more healthier alternatives. But the thing is my big thing is to bring things like refined salt with my unrefined salts with me, my oils, my nuts and seeds, and lemons and stuff like that I carry with me all the time.
That's right. So hopefully you guys got some good tips from this video. We will be seeing you guys in a couple days in, I can't believe it, in Oregon. And it'll be here before you know it. We have a giveaway that we're going to do for wristbands. And I'm going to do it like, I guess I'll do it pretty close. You know, if you already ordered your ticket, it won't matter. But if you're thinking about, you know, I'll just get my ticket when I'm there, this is going to be the giveaway that you'll be focused on, because we're just going to give it away right before the thing. And then you'll meet us there and we'll give you the wristband like we did in Vermont. That's it. Don't forget to check us out on
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a homestead homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.